Here we go. 1, 2, 7, 8, 12. Giraffe.
When the kids
They used to say giraffe or zoo.
I don't know what both.
I like
both.
zoo animals.
I don't know. No, you like 2 zoo animals. Next time, try 2 different ones, okay?
Don't patronize me,
I'm
woman.
gonna patronize you.
When the kids go to sleep, you missed the thing.
I was too busy patronizing.
Stop
I'm
clapping.
sorry.
We're fighting right now. You missed the line.
I love you.
What are you drinking? This
Water.
Can I have a drink here?
Don't drink her water.
I don't have any water. I'm
That's
thirsty.
weird. Drink my water.
That's weird.
She's like, yeah, she doesn't want to drink her water now. You drink
now
it.
it's all shade up.
Sorry, guys. Welcome to the
Shade up my
podcast.
water. Can I have this water? We'll split. We'll share.
We'll splat it.
I was going to say split it and share it, and I splatted it. All right, welcome to episode 88 of When the Kids Go to Sleep right here in Los Angeles, California at Maker Studios. It's your favorite podcast, WTKGTS. Download it for free. Links below, brothers and sisters. We're all brothers and sisters on this earth. Let's talk about heaven.
We have a guest with us today, the amazing and beautiful Denise Vlog.
Thank you.
Nick, hit the applause button.
Applause.
Nicholas!
Nick didn't feel like I deserved it.
Nick, yeah, he's like, what has she done? She hasn't done enough to receive a fake audio file of applause. All right, Denise vlogs in studio today for episode 88 of the podcast. You have, you've been a big part of these podcasts, haven't you?
Yes.
You've
Been
probably,
a big part of our lives.
well, how many of these
Well,
would you
okay.
say that you've edited the podcast?
Probably the first, at least 50, at least.
Yeah.
It was more than that because I stopped in August. Somehow
Blake
I
doesn't
tricked
know.
Blake into taking it over.
Yeah,
Your turn.
Like,
poor Blake has to sit
like
through.
I went to go visit my family and I was
Oh,
just like,
right.
oh, can you do this for a few times? And
Now it's his baby. He does a great job.
There you
Yeah.
go. It's yours.
Okay, so Denise has been a friend of ours for years and years. How long has it been?
At least 5 years.
5 years.
At least.
When did you come to our house? Did you track that? Like, when was that?
It was October 2008.
8?
Yeah.
So it's been at least 4 years since you came to visit us in Idaho.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That was weird because that was one of our first, like, having some random person that we met on the internet. No.
No. That
was our first time.
for me.
Right,
I'm like,
yeah, probably.
You know, what do I'm just coming to your house, like,
From New York.
Well, okay, so
Right.
you were on a road trip, though.
Yes.
You were
yeah.
going multiple places.
Around the country.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm really lucky I didn't die. Like,
That's true. That's a good point.
That is pretty brave of you, really, because you went on a road trip from New York City around the country, staying at random people's houses that
Yeah.
you had met
a few of them I
on the
knew.
internet.
Yeah, a few of them were like friends that I knew from high
Right.
school and stuff. But yeah, a lot of them like Cameron.
We're YouTubers.
Brett, I remember when you went and stayed with Brett.
Like a few days after I met you was when I met Brett. Isn't
Yeah.
that funny? And like that's when I first got over my first 1,000 subscribers. I wasn't partnered yet. It was because of you that
Such a good person.
Aww.
I help out
I
so
reached
much.
that point, and then I requested the partnership on YouTube, and I visited
Mm-hmm.
Brett, and I was nervous, and he like convinced me I would get it and everything.
Yeah.
So all within the few days.
That's still crazy because I still remember watching you and Brett doing a live show at his dorm. And I remember thinking, they're going to like have a little thing. I remember thinking like, I think Brett and Denise are going to be like, but that was before he came out of the closet.
Yeah, it was way before.
So he
didn't
was
come out
just
for
like a
year.
bro dude then.
Yeah.
And I was
He was
like,
a
Well, a bro
dude.
dude
I
that was
bet.
drinking Mike's Hard Lemonade.
yeah. I was thinking, I'm like, that's kind of a girly drink to be drinking. But he was like this big dude with a beard. And I'm like, I bet you Denise and Brett are going to hook up. But
And?
Brett wanted to hook up with Dennis, not Denise.
Oh, zing.
Zingers.
Okay, so where do we want to start? So Denise came to our house, and we found out that she had never done anything in her entire life.
Yeah, I lived a very sheltered life. Well, I'm from New York. Like, I'm from the city. So there are a lot of things that you guys normally do, like shooting guns and stuff.
Shooting guns.
It's so funny because when you
And-
say you lived in New York, I'm like, that's not sheltered. That's like,
That's the big city.
Right.
life.
Well, I
That would
mean,
be
there are things that
crazy.
I probably experienced
Right.
that you've never experienced. And if you went there, then it would be that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
like right on a subway or something.
Right.
For instance, she was in Idaho, and I'm like, well, it's not that bad. It's kind of nice just putting on your cruise control and just being able to just like ride. She's like, I don't know how to work my cruise control.
And
I
that
was
was
like,
sounds so stupid to the
You
majority of
drove
people
all
watching.
the way across the country
Well, not
without
yet.
cruise control?
Just you saved me because I just came from California
Oh,
up
that's
to
right.
Oregon to you, and that I didn't use cruise control. And
Yeah.
then the rest of it, I had cruise control. So, but the reason, let me just explain.
Wait, you didn't come from New York. You were in California already.
Yeah.
You were living in California. That's right. And then you drove. Your trip was east to New York. Okay.
I want them to understand why I didn't know what cruise control is. It's not
she wasn't a smart person.
Well,
like in New York, you never use cruise control. Like it's it's all everyone's right next to each other. That never comes up. So it was never taught to me. So
yeah, I remember like getting in her car.
In New York.
Well, did you?
Or here, really, unless you're going on a long trip.
Did you even know that you had the cruise control in your car?
I don't remember.
I think you were like, I don't know how to work it. And I got in your car. I'm like, dude, you have cruise control. You got to use this. This is like the best invention ever of long distance driving.
Right.
So we taught her how to use her cruise control. She'd never had a milkshake at that point.
Yeah, well,
so
I don't know
realize
if that's a New York
never
thing,
had a
though.
milkshake.
I don't think that's a New York thing. I think that it's just that I always was given ice cream, and I was like, why would you want watered down ice cream? Why just eat ice cream?
It's not watered down. It's like stirred up.
I don't like milkshakes. I like
she likes chunky
milkshakes.
And I have as a patient husband,
like blizzards,
have had to listen to many complaining after
My
we've gone.
milkshake's not chunky enough.
We've gone through drive-thrus,
texture.
and she's mad that it doesn't have enough chunks.
It's all
in it.
about texture. Denise is right.
So it was a fun trip because there's all these things that we're like, you've never had a milkshake before? You don't know how to use cruise control? She'd never mowed a lawn before.
Oh, yeah.
So I remember like she got our lawnmower.
in New York.
Yeah, and I was like, mow our lawn. We put her to work.
That was fun, though.
Yeah. And then we went and shot a gun. She never
scary.
shot a gun before.
I mean,
she came to my workout class.
Yeah, I remember. Well, like it was a bummer though because your radio station, your radio job was happening at the same time as your work, and I wanted to do both. And I also, at the time, you weren't as into the internet, so I'd become like really good friends with Shay, and I was like, I need to have some bonding time with Colette. I should go to this. But I never got to see your radio station though because I wanted to do that. Yeah.
I remember Phil. Phil came out to Idaho, and he came one night to my radio station, and that was a cool experience because when I first found Phil, I was at Z103, and I remember like he used to do those live shows. Remember, he used to do live shows on Blog TV.
He was like the originator.
Yeah, and I called in or something, or they tuned in to my radio station online, Z103.fm, and he was listening to my radio station during one of his live shows, and I gave him a shout out on air. I was like, Z103, Idaho's #1 hit music channel. Listen live right now is Philip DeFranco and the Blog TV Nation, and coming up next is Justin Bieber, blah, 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 and they were like, I remember him and Lindsay were like, whoa, he was just on the radio, and I was like so excited that like I was on the radio on his Blog TV show because they were streaming it on the internet through their live show. Does that make sense? Is that confusing enough?
Makes sense to me.
But it was exciting. Nick, we should tweet that we're live on Blog TV. Did you? Okay, I should retweet it.
For the record, her workout class was really hard.
Wow, I thought that was so funny.
Hardcore.
To me, that was so long ago because I haven't taught in so long that I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that you saw that side of me.
You were good. And I remember I was embarrassed. I was like,
really?
You're embarrassed?
Colette's going to see how bad I am.
No, never. No, I always get embarrassed when people like, because everybody that has come to my class and then later like talk to me, they're like, you're a lot different in person than you are in your classes. Like, because I just kind of,
she's loud.
You got to be loud and in people's faces.
You got to motivate them.
Yeah. So
tell them what you were saying just before we started
class.
About how people are always complaining about how I never let Colette talk.
Wait, honey, let me talk already.
Yeah, come on.
No, what we were saying is that we like to be behind the scenes and not in front of the camera as much. And she was saying that's kind of how she likes to be.
Yeah.
And then you said...
And I'm not really all about improv. I like planning things, writing things out. And in this situation, you kind of just got to...
It's more improv. And that's how Shay is. And I'm more like that, where it's like, I like it when there's more structure and I have like a list. And sometimes it doesn't happen that way, so I don't say as much.
You're one of our very first guests who's emailed a very detailed list of like what to talk about.
That's what I do.
Like we must have a plan.
Nobody's ever really done that before. That was good.
No, I
thought
it.
that was like normal.
That's how I am. I'm always like, can I have what we're talking about like a week in advance?
And I'm always like, we were supposed to be on this live thing with Shira Lazar. She's doing this weekend, and me and Colette got in a fight last night because I'm like, I don't know,
because
like, we'll just be on this.
He told them we would sing. And I'm like, wait,
You
what?
have to be prepared for that.
need to be
And I'm like, what do you can sing,
You
just
don't
don't worry
break
about
out into
it.
song.
like, you
what is
can't
this, a
just, like,
musical?
I love to break out in song every day.
And so I kept asking, and I think they changed what they were going to do, so we might not sing. But he's like, don't worry about it. I'm like, I'm really worried about it.
Okay, so Denise came out and visited us, and then she like made a little trip, and that was cool because I think at the time that was kind of when the YouTube community was a little bit, I guess, closer knit.
It was all like friends.
And
Yeah.
everybody watched everybody's video, and it was kind of cool to like follow you and seeing you meet all these people. Like Big White Seth was a friend of ours at the time, and seeing like you guys
vicariously lived through me.
yeah, like in pictures, and like just because there's all these like internet relationships, and then it was fun to see you like meeting all these people in these different spots, like online, in person. That was cool.
And we also made a video when I visited them.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I remember
we
I was
did.
really nervous about pitching it to you.
We
Like
should
I
put
thought
the
of the
video
idea,
up.
and then we went to Wingers, right?
Yeah.
That's what it's
Oh,
called.
yeah,
and
yeah,
then,
yeah.
And I pitched it to you like over lunch, and I was like, oh, I hope he likes it.
I'm like, yeah, let's do it. That's
Yeah, he's
funny.
like, whatever, it sounds good.
Yeah. No, that was a good video. I was chubby.
fun.
I was chubby in that video. I remember. No, I always liked when somebody like came to me with like a good video idea. I'm like, yeah, let's do it, because it's like as a YouTuber, those good ideas sometimes can be far and few between. When you're like, oh, I love that idea, let's do it, and you get all excited about it.
Yeah.
But we need to go back to those videos, those simpler.
I know,
like,
what was the roof ninja one? And
Right.
I
like
like
just
your
random
love story.
skits.
That was like my favorite one, where you guys, with the one where you sang to each other, and then
Yeah.
there was another one where you ate
with
chocolate.
chocolate. Yeah.
Yep.
Those are some
were fun.
classic videos. We should remake some of those.
We should just come up with some new ideas.
No, let's just do what
I
we've
don't
already
like
done.
remake.
You know,
Remaking stuff that we've already done. That's
not a
just
fan
weird.
of the remix.
I don't mind remaking other people's stuff, but if we've already done it, then we shouldn't do it again.
Okay, so not only has Denise been our friend for years and years and years and years and years,
And
but
years
she's
and
edited
years and
multiple
years and years.
of our podcasts. But how long is it now that you have edited the Shaytards vlogs?
I think like 9 or 10 months.
That's crazy.
Something like that. Yeah, and it went by really fast.
Right?
Like I was just thinking about the other day. I'm like, I didn't realize it was that.
That's
long.
almost a year. That's really
Yeah, it's
cool.
been a long
How
time.
long did
Yeah.
Brett edit the vlogs?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm not sure.
Because we're coming up on 4 years this March. I edited them for a little over 2 years. So it's like you guys both
About the same
You guys
time.
both did about 9 or 10 months.
Yeah.
And then we'll be up on 4 years. So it's like, I think, I edited them for like 2.5 years, and then you guys both got like 9 or 10 months. Colette, which one do you think did a better job, Brett or Denise?
That's not fair.
We have different styles.
That's not fair at all.
So what is it like? Because me and Colette were having this conversation last night where I told Colette, I'm like, this is going to sound like canned or whatever, but I wonder what people that watch our vlogs think that our families really like. Like
Right.
if we just put it on for the camera. And I even told Colette, like, there's moments like we experience where something funny will be happening and we're like, oh, we should film this. And every once in a while, we're like, let's just like enjoy this moment
Yeah.
with our family. You know what I mean? Like instead of like every time that something cute or funny is happening, we have to get the camera out, because I don't want the kids to grow up and be like, oh yeah, I remember mom and dad were always in a good mood whenever the camera was out. You know what I mean? So
It's trying to find a balance, because sometimes there are moments that are just so precious and so cute that I'm like, okay, don't pull out the camera. We just need to enjoy this.
It's also a lot of pressure, though, because you only have so many hours in the day, and you don't know if something cute's going to happen again.
I mean, I've always said that some of the best stuff happens when the camera's off. Like, there's so many times, like Suntard had this amazing run at his football game this Saturday, and I didn't film it, and I was like, I wish I would have had it, but it was like, I was cheering and screaming, and then he got his flag pulled right there, right on the sideline, right where we were, and I gave him this big high five and hug, like right in the middle of the game. I was like, that'd have been great to have on camera, but it's like some of those moments are fine not to have. I guess what I'm trying to say is, do you think that we beat our children off camera?
Yes. No.
And that's another thing too that I think is a misconception, is that we do daily vlogs, and so I think people are like, well, what's it like, having a camera in your face all day, every day?
Right.
Yeah, it's not all day. It's just like
30 minutes.
Yeah.
Like out of a 24-hour section of time, we only have the camera out for 30 minutes. And out of that 30 minutes, it's usually edited down to 17 or 20-minute vlogs.
But the hard part is you have to remember to pull out the camera.
Yeah. And that's kind of the secret to vlogging. Anybody who wants to vlog is it's knowing when to pull the camera out. When everybody's laughing, like that's when you got to grab the camera. And even Colette was saying last night, sometimes the kids are like, Mom, you should film this.
Yeah,
like the kids
know
will bring
too.
it up.
And you guys, you're the best vloggers. Like, I mean, just because you're so good at continuing the action when you make it really easy to edit, you know, because you keep talking, you keep things going, you keep like the entertainment going on. And like when I watch other people's vlogs or when I try to vlog myself, it's like, oh, what do I say now?
Yeah.
Like,
that's why it's hard to like force yourself to vlog. That's, you know, like okay, I got to get footage. I got to pull the camera out. On.
Yeah.
Hey guys, because then it's hard. Because then it's like, okay, go. But if you know to turn the camera on when something's happening, then it's easier. Because then it's just like natural. You know what I mean?
I find it's really easy too when you just imagine, like you imagine your friend stand, like the camera's your friend. Because I feel like everybody that watches our videos, we kind of have this relationship, even though maybe we've never physically met. But like I just think you guys are my friends. I can say whatever I want, and it's fine. And then it makes it easier to just like relax and act like your friends there.
that is what it feels like when you're vlogging, when you're like talking to the camera, like, oh, I feel like Colette's my friend right now. Or my mom. Colette's my mom. Like,
Okay, so when you started doing YouTube, Denise, you were comedy videos. Majority was all comedy videos.
I mean, what a lot of people don't know though is when I first started, like before I even had like 40 subscribers, is I was telling scary stories to the camera, like just me, like it was really weird.
I was gonna say, what brought you to the dark side, Denise?
Well, like I started on the dark side, and then I was like, this is not working. And well, anyway, so I mean, I've been writing what I write now, like that style, since I was 11 years old. Like only back then I would write feature-length scripts because I was like, oh, this is what people do. If I want to write this is how long it has to be. So then years went by. I went to film school. Then I moved out to LA to get involved.
I didn't know you went to film school.
Yeah, I went. Well, I mean, I went to a regular college that had a film department. Like it was cheaper. So so then I moved to LA to get involved in you know, filmmaking and screenwriting, and I started, you know, getting jobs as an assistant to an agent and this and that. And then I discovered YouTube, and I was like, well, maybe I can share my writing on here somehow. Maybe I can utilize this. Because, you know, that's what everyone thinks when they find these, like, how can I be good at this? What can I use it for? So I started just looking at the camera and telling, like, these spooky stories. And I mixed them with, like, stories that I heard from other people that they said were real. Yeah. And I had, like, the viewers vote on if it was a real story or not. And it did okay. Like, it did better than, like, a lot of other people did when they first started videos. You know, it got some feedback. But then, you know, I started getting obsessed with YouTube and trying to figure out what works on it and realizing, like, comedy and music was it. And I can't sing, so...
But you did. One of your most viewed videos, actually, is an A1. Remember that A1
that
song?
Wasn't
oh,
me.
yeah, that's right.
It was Megan Tonjes. I wrote the song. I wrote the song, and I sent it to her, and I was like, can you sing this? And I just thought myself.
How many views? That has like 1 million views on it or something.
No, it's like a few hundred.
It does 100,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, Denise.
It has like 10 million views on it.
It's like
over exaggeration.
Then they go look, it has like 10,000.
Right. Well, so that's a funny story because that was for a contest for A1 steak sauce.
Yeah.
I mean,
Denise, do this,
I'm like, you got to make this video because that was the first brand deal that we ever did as Maker Studios. Like that, the money that we got from doing that A1 steak sauce brand deal basically helped us to move out here.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Well, so the thing is there was like, I can't remember what the deal was. It was like we had to get so many people to make songs or video responses about A1 steak sauce. And so like I was like asking all my friends, I'm like, you got to make an A1 steak sauce song. And so then she wrote this song, had Megan Todd just sing it, and then she just like, you borrowed our guitar, didn't you? To play the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Colette's guitar in the video.
So I'm just there.
She's just like lip syncing.
I wrote the song though.
She did write the song, and she's like playing the guitar, and Megan Todd just sing it, and it did really good. I'm surprised you didn't win.
But then I was disqualified because I didn't sing.
Because you lied. It wasn't your voice.
That's the worst.
I didn't know that was one of the rules.
I know. That could have been an
Oh,
argument.
we don't have much time left?
I know, it goes by so quick.
Oh my
doesn't it?
goodness.
Anyways, okay, so let's get back to what you're doing now. Denise Vlogs presents. She's like the Lady Alfred Hitchcock of YouTube.
Yes.
Thanks.
That's
I like to think of myself that way.
that's a good way to describe it.
That's true.
And how many of those have you done? How many DV presents are there now? Like official, like well produced, put together.
There are 12 stories, I think, and then one of the stories I turned into 3 different videos. It's like 5 minutes each. So I guess altogether there's like 15 or 14 or something like that. Oh, and then I just shot another one the other day.
When's it coming out?
Hopefully next Wednesday, hopefully today when this comes out.
Oh, good timing.
That's
Go
what I'm
check out our
planning
new
on.
video. Casey and Kaylee are in it.
Sam Macaroni.
Sam Macaroni's
Yeah.
in it. Alex Farnham is in it. Damn, it's good 808. And
Star-studded
Dante from
Yeah.
Epic Rap Battles of History is in it. You got a star-studded YouTube cast.
Yes, and they're scary. I mean, I don't like
I'm
scary
sorry,
things.
Colette.
No, it's good. I don't normally like scary
I
things,
know.
but they're very good. I mean,
Thank you.
they're
I was
good.
in one. I really liked my episode. I thought it was.
Thanks.
It was.
You
it
did a
was
really
freaky.
good job. Yeah,
I know.
And I felt so bad. Wait.
I know. I'm amazing.
Wait. What did Colette said something like that last night? That was so funny. Oh, we were signing calendars last night, and I was like, I feel like I'm better at signing calendars because I remember as a kid I would always practice my autograph, and she goes, "Yeah, that's what most prideful people do." That's hilarious. Anyways, what were you
I'm so
saying?
funny.
I was gonna say I just felt bad because it was such a long. Like I always feel bad in these shoots because I know when I ask people to be in them that
Yeah.
they're gonna be really long, but I don't want to tell them.
You're gonna be on set for
Like,
12
you're
gonna
hours.
be there for a
Yeah.
while.
Don't tell anybody in case.
Oh right. If you decide to do a Denise Vlogs
It's
Presents,
easy peasy.
just
No, but
set
it's-
aside 12 hours of your
But
time.
it's so good. She's gonna make you look really awesome and scary sometimes.
Isn't that interesting though? Like before you ever started making videos or like this acting thing, did you ever realize it was like that? Because it is a lot of waiting around.
I mean,
like,
I knew since film school because they put you through the motions of it, you know.
you
So I knew
see what
those.
it's like,
that was
moving
actually
the lights and-
harder
So what
because
have
they
you-
make you do every little thing the way
Right.
you're supposed
Right.
to do it. You know,
Right.
now we do what you need to do
just to
get
get
it
the
done.
shots
Yeah.
done quick. Yeah.
So what have you always wanted to do? Have you because you do everything, like you edit, you write, you're an actress. Like
Well,
what
Blake
have
helped
you
me with
always
the
wanted
editing
to do?
too for those
Well,
big
yes.
videos. Yeah, but I started the edit.
Yeah, I'm like,
What-
but you obviously edit our vlogs. So
Oh well,
like
yeah,
to
I
edit.
do that. I do that.
You're a writer, right?
That's the thing I wanted to do since I was a kid. I wanted to write like this style, like thriller style, dramatic pieces and stuff. That's what fulfills me.
Right.
So,
That's amazing.
So here's a question: have you ever seen a ghost?
I don't know.
Like, do you believe in all that
That's
stuff?
the thing. I don't know. Like, I kind of want it to be proof. I think it would be cool if you saw a ghost, though, because then that's
Yeah.
like the absolute proof that there's something after this, you
yeah.
know? And I would like that proof. I feel like I've heard ghosts before. I don't think I've never seen a ghost for sure, but
Right.
I feel like I've heard things that I'm like, you know, that I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. And I've tried, like, I've gone ghost hunting for my videos
have?
before. Yeah, I have another like series where I think it's cute that you like get scared.
Look at her, she's getting all the chills.
I don't think I'd ever go looking for it.
I mean, I get scared when I do it, but I also kind of hope I'll find something. Cause
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's not like they're not going to kill you. Well, oh, knock on wood. I don't know, where's wood? Oh my God. Like,
All right, there, Pinocchio. Because like ghosts, I think there's a difference in ghosts and spirits because we believe, you know, obviously in our religion that we do live after this life, and that even like our ancestors, like people who have passed on before us, can be around us and see us. So I don't know if I guess
what
those
would
are
be the
ghosts.
difference? Yeah, what's the difference between ghosts and spirits?
I don't think there is a difference. I just think it's what people term them as. Like when you say ghost, people think of like, you know, scary
Spooky.
demons and stuff
Like,
like
yeah,
that.
but I don't
some type
I don't
of
think of that.
other.
I think it's just
thing
a
than a
person.
person.
Just a
that-
person
right,
that's
yeah.
an embodied.
That's why it's not that. It's scary just because it's the unknown.
Right.
But
Right.
it's not scary because I don't feel like they're trying to hurt you.
Right.
Like,
Well, I mean, we also do believe there are spirits
like-
that
I
are
mean,
trying,
there's
that are evil
spirits
spirits
as
that are
well.
like Satan's followers, but they can't hurt you unless, you know what I mean, they can influence you. I mean, we're getting into some different stuff here.
we talk about this another time.
Yeah. But so you don't think you'd? I mean, I guess you know what you need to do. I think one of your next Denise Vlogs Presents is you need to do an NDE.
An NDE.
That's a near-death experience. Like I've been reading this book about
Yeah, I
people
think
who
those-
have died
that's really interesting.
and come back, and there are. You would be surprised. You go on YouTube right now and just search NDE, enter, and there are hundreds of videos of people who've died, gone to the other side, and come back. And
I've
now,
watched lots of TV specials. about
right?
that,
There's
yeah.
been a lot of TV specials, and they're just saying like with just with technology and medicine becoming better and better and resuscitating. A lot more people are having these, and there's thousands and thousands of stories of people who are like, I died and went to heaven, or I saw my body on the operating table. There's one I was watching last night where she went up through the floors of the hospital and was on the roof of the hospital and was looking around at this beautiful, and then right before she came back into her body, she saw this red shoe on the top of the hospital, and then she was back in her body. And because a lot of people are saying, well, it's what's called hypoxia, where they lose oxygen to their brain, and so they're having all these emotions of like. But then these people are having so they went up on the roof. One of the interns went up on the roof, and there was a red shoe on the roof.
That's
like
what makes it feel like
that's like you can't explain that other than that you live on, that this spirit that's inside of you, that's the actual you. Like this physical body isn't you. This is just like your car that your spirit's driving around. You know, and I like to buff mine up every once in a while.
Dude, we only have 5 minutes. I wanted to do Which Kid Said It.
Oh, I forgot about Which Kid Said It.
No, Kid Said It.
There's so much
we can still do it, right?
We can do. This is our podcast. We can make it a little bit longer.
I also want to talk about sugar. I had a question I wanted to. I was going to ask you in regular time about it, but I was like, oh, I'll ask on the podcast.
Okay.
Because in January I want to go 30 days with no sugar at all because I've been drinking soda all my life, and I'm like, I just want to get it out of my system.
Yeah.
So since you guys only eat sugar on the weekend, I wanted to ask, like, so what do you do during the week? You only eat fruit? What about like pancakes? Do you eat syrup or honey or?
My sugar, like during the week, if I feel like I want like that sugary taste, I'll have granola and almond milk.
We have had honey, like we put honey on toast, but not a lot.
But we don't even have honey. It's
sugar.
what is it? It's
nectar.
It's agave nectar.
But
it kind of tastes like honey.
Honey's supposedly better for you.
Oh really?
Yeah, I heard honey's good for you.
Honey is
you have to get
good
like
for you.
I guess the right honey.
Yeah,
like the organic.
I mean, I don't like to stress about it too much because like there's sugars in a lot of things that we eat, but I'm more focused on
it's like candy and ice cream. You know, it's just for the kids. You know what I mean? Because it gets them all crazy.
Or the cereals that have like, I mean, if your cereal turns your milk a different color, then
if it's like rainbow pink,
got a lot of artificial stuff.
Yeah, we just don't want them to have like Tricks and Fruit Loops and candy, because there's candy everywhere. It seems like everywhere that you go there's sugar, and
to me I feel like it's just an improvement. Like we're moving in the right direction now. I feel like I'm going to continue to add more healthy options and more like, maybe we'll cut it down to like sugar on one day on the weekend.
No, you won't. You love it too much.
No, but I noticed the difference though. Like when I eat sugar, I'm like ravenous. I'm like more.
When you started doing this though, like were you tired the first week?
You got to detox. Yeah. You really do. I mean, it'll take you a couple, it could take you 2 weeks to detox where you feel like you have headaches and you like crave it because your body gets used to that like heightened. Yeah. But once you kind of detox and you get it out of your system, you feel a lot more level. You know what I mean? You feel like you're steady. And
I've noticed too that when I do eat sugar on the weekend, sometimes I like if I've detoxed during the week, I don't even want it, but I eat it because it's the weekend, and then I go back into like, ooh, I want the sugar. So I would like to be able to just do without it and not like it's a mental thing. Yeah, it's very mental. Like I want to have it.
First, it's probably a physical thing, and then it becomes a mental thing.
Yeah. Let's do 5 questions of. Oh, you want to stick around doing Which Kid Said It the next episode?
No, let's just do.
Okay, let's just do 5 questions, and. Are you guys going to be on a team?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But you don't like scream. That's intimidating. Like let's just all calmly say
I love you, Denise.
Calmly say the answer.
Scream.
So this
because I feel like even if we know it, we'll get scared.
Yeah. I feel like Shay just jumped so fast. Yeah. I'm like,
what am I like a big beast or something?
Say it. Yes, you beastly man.
This should be an even matchup because she's been editing the vlogs for the last 9 months.
Unless they use ones before the last 9 months.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Which kid said it?
Which kid said it? Which kid said it?
Yeah! Okay, so the best out of 5. You guys ready?
Oh, I'm nervous too. Okay.
Are you ready, guys?
I won't yell.
Yes, we're ready.
So let's do this. Let's look this way because a lot of times what happens is we read the words. You don't want to do that?
No, because I'm better I'm better at seeing words.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Seeing words.
Because people in the comments were saying don't shout it out because we should wait till he finishes reading the question. So let's say you can't answer till he finishes reading the question.
That's fair.
Okay, so you have to read it out loud. Okay, Nick?
I'm going to read really slow.
No, because then we're going to read ahead. Okay, I'm ready.
All right, question number 1. A balloon.
Rock
tart.
I'm gonna say baby
just went against your own rule.
I couldn't help it. Okay,
I even know which one it was.
Do you know? Yeah. Okay, rock tart.
Yep.
I knew it was rock tart, but I was like, I'll just say baby tart just in case.
You should lose this by default.
That was a tie. That was a tie.
It's a tie, even though
Okay.
you should not get it.
That's why I feel like
he wasn't done
I feel
saying
like we
the
shouldn't be able to
question.
read it because it's like it's impossible not to say it, right?
Okay, should we not look?
Don't
All right,
look
but
at.
for this one, we won't.
Okay, we'll try.
But
it.
if I
Kate.
feel like it negatively affects me,
Right. Okay, Nick, go ahead.
This is
All right, question number 2.
Don't look.
Look it, he's waking up. He's waking up, Mom.
baby
Baby
tart.
tard. I think
how
Denise
slow
said
I
that one
am?
first. Yeah.
Up. I guess baby turd.
Tie.
oh.
Yeah. Now Shay has a real challenger.
Oh, that's
Wait, yeah,
it.
that's cute. I'm like all excited about winning.
Thank you.
Jeez, does everything have to be
you.
a competition to you, Denise? Okay, 1-0.
All right, question
don't
number
look.
3.
So cute.
You messed up her rhetorical.
Princess Tart?
Suntard.
I don't even know.
Oh!
I think you guys should just play.
Well,
I'm
no,
just
we're
gonna
on a
watch.
team. This is for you. This is for you.
can't.
We're on a team.
I haven't
Crap.
even guessed one yet.
Okay,
Colette
so
is winning.
it's 2-0, one tied. So I need to get the next two right to tie it, and then we'll have to have a bonus rhetorical. That was funny. Okay, crap.
This
Denise
was
is doing
working
good.
with you.
Okay.
All right, question 4. Mom, buy them for me yesterday.
Baby tard.
Baby
I
tart.
agree.
Denise!
Mom buy them for me yesterday.
For you yesterday?
Yes, tomorrow.
She bought them for you yesterday and tomorrow?
Yes.
Yes!
Nicely done. Okay, good
I
Okay,
play.
I gotta get
gave
this one
those
right.
jammies to their
Question number 5. We can go do fun stuff. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Princess
Suntard.
Tart?
Suntard. Suntard. That's his song. That's Suntard's song to Alicia.
Oh.
It's my favorite song.
Before I was
I had this on
there.
iTunes, that's why I know it. Look at his hair. Okay, so it's 2-2.
I got too full of myself.
Haha! Pride wields its ugly face once again. Okay, so this is the tiebreaker.
Okay,
You ready?
tiebreaker. You guys ready?
Here we go. Oh man, I'm nervous. This is my
Question
first.
number 6. Because I take a bath.
Baby tart.
Baby tart.
I said it first. I said it first.
See,
Yell.
not bad.
I said don't yell, just qualify.
I didn't yell. I spoke exaggeratingly.
Wait, you couldn't hear.
Oh, wait, play it
Oh.
again. Sorry, we're still talking.
Why is your hair so blonde?
Because I take a bath.
That's classic
And
baby
because of
tart.
Jesus.
Yeah, and because of Jesus. That
Because
was-
of Jesus.
no, she
It's
said it's
Jesus'
Jesus' fault. Yeah, yeah.
All right, so that means that Shay
All
is the
right.
winner.
Fine.
Fine. You are their dad.
I'm just not that bad.
You are their father. It's always funner when you win. That's what I always say.
Well, that's why I don't win, because I don't care. Right?
That's what
I usually
losers say.
don't. I don't know. I got all caught up.
Caught up in the excitement of which kid said it? Which kid said it? Yeah. All right, thanks for joining us. Denise vlogs in studio. Check out all of her stuff. We'll put links up to all the videos that we were talking
And the
about
one
during the
that's up
podcast. And the new Denise
Hopefully.
Vlogs Presents is up today. Go check it out. All of her links to stuff below. And it's a sad send-off because Denise
Oh, yeah.
is no longer editing the
didn't even talk about
vlogs
that.
for us. Yeah, she's going to head back. How long are you going to be in New York for?
About 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Yeah. And then I'll have a different job.
Then
I
when
come
she
back.
comes back to Maker Studios, what are you going to be doing at Maker?
I'd rather not say
Oh.
because it's kind of still up in the air.
Okay.
But I'm like 90% sure what it's gonna be.
What it
But I don't
is.
want to say in case.
But she's still
Yeah.
going to be at Maker Studios
Yeah.
and in the Maker family. Are you going to go to the Christmas party on Monday?
I'm not gonna be
Oh,
here.
you're not gonna
I'm leaving
be here.
Friday. When are
Dude,
you guys leaving?
We're going to leave
probably
the
Monday.
18th after the Christmas party.
Oh,
We're getting
okay.
new Maker Studios sweaters. Dude, you're going to miss out.
Oh man,
I
I'll
had
get
fun.
Brett to get
Nope.
me one.
That's the rule. Danny told me if you're not at the party, you don't get a sweater. All right, thanks for joining us right here on the podcast. Don't forget to download it for free on iTunes. Links below.
And go check out all Denise's fun and scary stuff. It's awesome.
Dreams and memories. Hit it when the kids go to sleep. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
The blog TV's still going. Good.
Oh, we didn't even talk. tonight.
Sorry, guys. We kind of left you on the dust.
I really thought that went really well. I think
It was good.
Am I am I?
Yeah, it went well.
That was the worst
Like,
podcast
we
we've
did-
ever done.